It's not new.
They've got fiber signs all over Holly Tree subdivision, everywhere.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of residential fiber in Tyler.
Yep.
And a lot of commercial.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 providers that are going in there. And I think those 2 are merging to a single.
Wow. It's a lot of money being invested. Yeah.
Digital highway.
Yep.
Susan, when we run out of yellow, are you switching to another color?
Yeah.
Okay. We only got 2 yellows left. I don't know.
I don't know how I ended up with so many different colors.
I bet Leslie had something to do with it.
No, it was prior to Leslie.
All you have is yellow.
Metronet.
Yeah, Metro and Texas.
Yeah.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
But really one.
Yeah, they're combining to it. Hey, you're digging holes. We're digging holes.
5 years from now, it'll probably be amazing what we'll have, you know, maybe.
What are we wearing tonight?
We're wearing at Pendleton Vintage for because it's almost done with cold weather, so I thought.
Yeah, it's almost your last year.
Yeah.
Looking sharp, man. Looking sharp.
That's smart fashion.
It is.
That's what that is.
It is, thank you.
I lost my name tag already.
It's a little large to be losing.
Yeah, they are. It's like a billboard on my breast pocket. That's what that's gonna be. Cell phones on silent, please. How many weather alerts did y'all get yesterday? It sounded like Amber Alert just came.
Mine are turned off on my phone.
We were lucky,
Oh, yeah.
very blessed.
Tornado tried to touch down in A&M, but good defense, no touchdown. Yeah. I know, gas prices are really high, right? Even at the pump, like airing up your tires is even like money now. It used to be free.
Oh, yeah.
Price of inflation.
You're not kidding.
Go ahead and start on that note.
I'd like to call to order this meeting for the City of White House City Council for today, Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. Time is now 6 o'clock. Ms. Hargis, please call roll.
Yes, sir. James Wansley,
Here.
Zach Frisco, Georgia Harris. Here. John Chambers,
Here.
Michael Lowe,
Here.
and Heath Rosenstein. We have a quorum.
Excellent. Please stand if you're able and join me in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today as members of a community that we hold dear. We ask for your wisdom as we reflect on the history of our city, for patience and insight as we consider the matters at hand, and for courage and stewardship as we plan for the future in the City of White House. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Join me in the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right. Great. Great way to start a meeting. Thank you all. You can see it. And that takes us to item D, presentations. And item number 1 there is an introduction of new employee, Thomas Combs, from the White House Police Department. Chief?
All right. First of all, I want to introduce Mr. Combs. Thomas comes, let me go by Tom, but I've heard you say it.
Yes, sir.
We goes by Tom, but Mr. Combs, he comes to us with some prior military experience. He was in the police, military police, and he said that this is the time that molded him into the person that he is today. He said his family is the most important part of his life, and he's always looking for ways to improve himself. I told him he was going to say this word. 10 years ago, he became involved with martial arts and is a brown belt in
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he recently challenged a state police officer's test, and he passed that because of his prior military experience. He was able to challenge that, take a couple of courses, and now is licensed, and he completed that in February. So we're super excited to have him as part of our team.
Excellent.
And in addition, because we were of timing and everything, we're going to go ahead and swear him in tonight. So he'll be officially one of our peace officers on the street. And before we do that, I'm going to introduce your wife, because we're going to move into allowing her to put the badge on tonight.
Hello, everybody. This is my wife, Hannah Combs. We've been married for almost 2 years, and she's loved my life.
Yeah. What belt is she? Is she purple belt or?
She's white belt.
Oh.
She's right.
Raise your right hand. It says, I, Thomas Combs,
I, Thomas Combs,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office
of the office
of peace officer
of peace officer
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and I will, to
and I will, to
the best of my ability,
the best of my ability,
preserve, protect,
preserve, protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States,
of the United States,
of this state,
of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Well, on behalf of the council, I'd like to say welcome to the White House Police Department. We have a fine police department that has a lot of opportunities to engage with our community, and you're under some great leadership in some of the people that'll be directing you. So, congratulations on finding an awesome hire, and welcome to the White House Police Department.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that takes us down to item E, community interest. And here we go. We have a pretty busy weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Mayor and Council, the weather on Saturday is supposed to be much better than yesterday and today, so there's plenty to do with the Keep White House Beautiful is hosting their annual Texas Trash Off. The rec will have their baseball and softball opening day, and it will also be the opening day for the White House Farmers Market. So lots of great things happening on Saturday.
So where do we report for the trash off on Saturday morning and what time?
At the park at 8:30, is that right?
Yeah, they said between 8 and 8:30.
Okay, and they'll farm us out.
Yes, they will put you to work.
Oh, they'll find a place for you to go for sure. Yeah, we also have like soccer going on that day, right?
Oh yeah, soccer
practice.
that afternoon.
Yeah, going on. So yeah, it's gonna be a really busy day. There's no dunking booth at the baseball fields this year. That's a
Oh.
shame.
Well, Zach did say that they're gonna grill for lunch there for the people that do the trash off, so that's something.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's worth it on so many levels. Yeah, so that's great. Great weekend. It's gonna be great to see the farmers market back in action. I can get some of that peach salsa that I've been out of for well over a month now. And yeah, thank you very much. All right, moving on to item number F, public forum. I don't see that we had anybody signed up for public forum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll go straight down to item G, the consent agenda. There's only one item on the consent agenda, and that's approval of the minutes of the previous council meeting from March 8th. So I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented if there are no corrections to the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as stated.
Motion from Councilman Lowe,
Second.
second from Councilwoman Harris. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. All right, that takes us on to item H. Other action items, ordinances, resolutions, public hearings. This is a public hearing discussion, consideration and action on a rezoning request for a 69.033 plus minus acre tract of land located at 1500 block of East Main and part of the J.M. Draper Survey, A-290, and the J. Heron Survey, A-429, Smith County, Texas, from residential low density, RL, to residential medium density plan development, RMPD. Request of Canaan Land Development. Ms. Hargis, take it away, please.
Yes, sir, Mayor and Council. Canaan Land Development is requesting a rezoning of their property in the 1500 block of West Main Street from residential low density to residential medium density planned development. They're proposing a mixed-use, single-family residential subdivision of 317 homes called Hamilton Meadows. This will include a rental community in the eastern portion of 94 homes at 1,400 square feet on 3,900 square foot lots. 121 of the largest homes at 1,600 to 2,700 square feet on 6,600 square foot lots. And the middle portion, that's in the middle portion, and 102 slightly smaller homes at 1,400 to 1,800 square feet on 5,200 square feet lots in the western portion of the development. A table of the current dimensional requirements and the requested changes is provided in your packet. They're requesting 6-foot side setbacks and 12-foot side street setbacks throughout the development. In the eastern portions, they're requesting a 15-foot front and rear setback. An HOA will be formed to maintain the common areas and will also include the recently approved Hamilton Park Unit 2 to maintain the creek area there. Staff has prepared a plan development ordinance, which is in your packet. It outlines the agreement between the developer and the city. I received 2 requests for information prior to any of the public hearings. Neither of those expressed an opinion for or against. Planning and Zoning held the first of the 2 required public hearings at their meeting on the 15th. 2 residents were present and spoke during that public hearing, as did the engineer for the developer. The residents asked questions and seemed somewhat satisfied with the answers. However, one speaker expressed that he did not want to look at 317 homes behind his property. After consideration, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted unanimously to recommend the zoning change as presented. Tonight, we do need to hold a second public hearing, and staff is seeking action on this item.
Excellent. All right, so with that, I will now move us into said public hearing. The time is 6:09, and the public hearing will begin now. Do we have anybody that would like to speak for or against this subdivision? Yes, sir. If you could please approach and state your name and your address for the record.
My name is Brent Conway, representing Canaan Land Development. My address is 1319 Old Farm Road, Tyler, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And I'm basically here to answer any questions or concerns that you may have.
Mr. Conway, did you want to walk through?
Yes. So a picture's worth 1,000 words. So I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what these homes will look like. This first picture is the middle section of the property, which will be the larger homes from 1,600 square feet to over 2,700 square feet. These homes will also be on the south side of the property to kind of buffer from the townhomes along 346. And if you can go to the next slide. This is an example interior of one of those homes. This home is 1,900 square feet. Just to kind of give you an idea of what the middle section will look like. And we'll have a main boulevard along the north side, which was included in your packet, that connects to the larger homes in the middle. It will also connect to the homes on the western side in the recently improved Hamilton Park. There will also be a large greenbelt area in between the middle and the western section. It's a natural area there. The townhomes will be a section in the front. The north will be the main boulevard, and then the larger homes will be along the back, the western side of the townhomes, and the larger homes will wrap around to the south side of the townhomes. We're proposing putting in an 8-foot fence around these. We want it to be aesthetically pleasing it's very important that these homes are done right, so it doesn't hurt the value of the homes in the middle and the back of the property, since the main entrance is on the north end at 346 to the east. The larger homes, the first slide that you saw was one of the larger homes. This is another example of one of the larger homes. I believe this home is, this home's probably around 1,800 square feet, 1,900 square feet, somewhere around in that range. This is one of the homes that we will build in the recently approved Hamilton Park. This home will also continue along the western up to the large green belt. And then this is just an example of one of the interiors of the homes. Of course, everything will be restricted. We want to make sure that the neighborhood continues its aesthetics, the maintenance and things, so it's not run down. We've learned a lot of lessons in the past, and homeowners associations are a good thing. So we definitely, all of these will be covered by homeowners associations. And
Thank you, sir.
if you have any questions or concerns, I'm right out here. So
Yeah, feel free to stay. Feel free to stay up here. See if council has any questions.
Sidewalks, right?
both sides, absolutely.
Perfect. The demand is here in it for housing in White House.
Yes.
So yeah.
A super high demand, right?
Yes, there's, especially, yes, there's high demand everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will continue. We would prefer the consistent path, but right now it's going crazy, and unfortunately at some point it'll be a challenge again. But
Gotta make hay while the sun shines.
yeah, White House is the school district here. I mean, everything in White House is just is prime for this type of development.
There's no rentals in this.
There, along the front side there.
The
is.
front side of the
Yes.
rentals, okay.
And those will be held and maintained by us. You've seen some of the other projects that we've done here in town. We want to make sure that those are done right. We put a lot of extra into those just to make sure that they're maintain their standards.
And just to clarify one point, I think you made the red dashed line around the front section, that's where you're proposing the 8 foot. That's
Yes.
correct. And then the outer, or the northernmost section of that fence will be masonry columns in between.
Yes, we'll have, we haven't figured out the spacing yet, but we definitely want to do brick columns along the north, along the boulevard entrance, and then along Farm Road 346.
Where does that road connect to on the coming out of the west side of the property?
That'll be, it's Hamilton Park Phase 2, which
Okay.
will convert to Hamilton Meadows.
It looked like
It'll be
there
under
was
the
a road
same
leading out
HOA.
over there. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
Does it eventually connect to the Hamilton, I believe there are duplexes that are right here off Memory,
No, those, we've talked about this, there's some confusion between Hamilton, and we
Yeah.
probably need to all revisit and try to try to redefine all this together.
Must be a
Maybe
popular
Jefferson.
name.
Yeah,
The
Jefferson.
recent-
Washington.
Yeah.
The recently approved Hamilton Park, we probably need to go back and connect all this together somehow, so we'll be visiting with P&Z staff to work through those details.
All electric or natural gas and electric?
Haven't really gotten that far yet. I don't have an answer. I haven't even
Just one.
haven't even dug into that yet.
Yeah.
So some neighborhoods are all electric, some neighborhoods.
That's right.
There's a big push for going all electric right now across the United States, and that's going to be kind of interesting too. But
so right now it's one way in, and then it will connect to this Hamilton that's right behind it, and that gives you another way in and out.
yes, and then there's also a proposed out to the north on the kind of near the green belt.
I see that now, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there'll be a total of three ways out there. Or actually 4 ways if you include the townhome section.
Is the plan to keep the green belt open, or is that pretty much watershed, the green belt there?
It's watershed. There's a lot of trees there, so we want to leave that as natural as possible.
Okay.
Everywhere we can, we prefer to leave it. Trees are obviously better.
Yeah. All right, any more questions from council during this open hearing?
I don't have any questions right now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in attendance care to speak for or against this, this agenda item? Going once. Going twice. Gone. All right, the time is now 6:17, and I will close this open meeting, and we will resume regular council meeting. And now, council, you have an actionable item in front of you in the way of that report, so it's attached to the agenda. So I'll entertain a motion at this time.
I'll make the motion to approve the rezoning request from residential low density to residential medium density.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Make a roll call vote, please.
Yes, sir. Georgia Harris,
Aye.
John Chambers,
4.
and Michael Lowe.
4.
All right, the motion carries. On to item H2. Discuss, consider, and act upon the bids received for the 2022 drainage improvements for Royal Park Storm Drain Replacement Project located within the Royal Park subdivision. Council, you have an attachment and an agenda for you. Ms. Black, oh, is this Susan as well? Oh, Ms.
No.
Black, okay. Sorry.
Mayor and council, this project was identified back in 2020, and we worked with Capco Engineering to design and bid out the drainage improvements way back in 2020, but the bids at that time came in significantly higher than the original engineer's opinion of probable construction costs, and so the project was put on hold. We have gone back out with pretty much the same design specs for bid and have received those bids back in. The low bid was Baker and Company Construction in the amount of $104,289.50. Staff feels that this is a reasonable cost for the amount of work that's going to be done, and feels that they can satisfactorily complete the project. This project will be funded out of the 2018 Stormwater Construction Fund that currently has a balance of just over $985,000. Staff recommends using these funds to complete this project. Staff is recommending approval.
Thank you.
So if approved today, how quickly do you think this will start?
I'll have to go back and check with them. I don't know what their schedule is looking like right now. Capco didn't pass that on to me, so, but we can find that out and get it to you in the Friday update.
And how much longer do you think we have on Starbucks? I just would hate for that to overlap, being that it's so close together and that close.
Not drainage wise, so Starbucks.
I think we're done with their drainage stuff.
Okay. No, I was just thinking proximity of having two like work sites going at the same time.
Oh, where's Royal Park's,
I thought this was Prince Charles.
It is.
oh, yeah.
But it's up in the subdivision that's in the backyards of
okay.
the property owners.
Okay.
It should
It's
be
tucked away.
traffic
Yeah, it should be.
impact should
I
be
see what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah. I was just
non-existent. Yeah.
okay. That was my concern. Thank you.
I mean,
I was
it'll
looking
be,
at it from the back side of that and you were looking at it.
I was looking from the
Yeah.
front. Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. Any further discussion on this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the bid that she suggests, Baker Company, for the drainage improvements at Rural Park Storm Drain Replacement Project.
Have a motion, have a second.
Second.
Second for Councilman Love. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, that takes us down to item H3, the staff update on the fiber feasibility study. Mrs. Black, take it away, please.
Mayor and council, just a few things. We received over 440 responses for the speed test and survey. Our consultants seemed really pleased with the number that we had respond to that. Another item of note is that the state is developing their statewide broadband plan, and they will be doing a state broadband listening tour as a part of developing that plan, and will be in Tyler on Wednesday, April 6th. At the University of Texas at Tyler, the Souls College of Business. And so I plan to attend, and I know that the consultants from Cobb Finley will also be in attendance, but that is open to the public and anyone is welcome to speak. So we do expect to have a presence there. And just as a reminder, the team from Cobb Finley will be back at your next meeting, your first meeting in April, to present their first draft of the results that they've gathered thus far. So that's all staff has at this time.
Okay, so they'll be in town on the 12th for our meeting and the 6th for that, okay. Excellent. I may try to attend that too. I've got it blocked on my calendar. We'll see if I can
Okay.
make it happen.
So,
Excellent. All right, so that takes us to item H4. Consider future agenda items. There's a few on the screen that will be coming up on the next meeting. Is there anything you'd like to add to what's already planned? So that boards and commissions item, that'll be for all our vacancies and considering the current applications.
Yes, sir. As you know, we're taking applications right now for several committees: planning and zoning, economic development, a new capital improvement plan committee, and our home rule charter committee. So if you have anybody that you know is interested, if they could get applications back to us by April 6th, that would be
April
great. And we
6th.
will plan accordingly.
question. I really like the postcard deal that y'all did. I thought it was a good idea to reach out. I wish, would it be too late to do a postcard or two?
For volunteers?
Yeah, just curious. I mean, I don't know if it's cost prohibited or.
It's not cost prohibitive. I think the highest cost is probably the postage that we had to spend on that. The biggest thing is it's kind of staff labor intensive to label
Right.
all those postcards and get them sent out, but we can look at other solutions. We can look into it and let you know.
How are we doing on that? How are we doing on the participation possibly on, I mean, we got a lot of applications.
We have 4. So
2,
one for planning. Go ahead. No, you-
2 economic development, 1 planning and zoning, and 1 CIP.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Excellent. Anything else to add in future agenda items? Anything you guys can think of to add to the agenda for next meeting? All right, well then that takes us over to item I, administrative reports, and receiving the reports from staff. We get to use our smart sheets. This is Black.
Mayor and Council, we are trying out a new format for our monthly reports these days. I hope you found them a little bit better than what we had been using. Other than that, everything is trending in the right direction or higher than expected as far as revenues. You can see that our property tax revenue, sales tax revenue, water and sewer revenue are all trending higher than previous years. Franchise fees are right on track to where they have been in the past. The biggest item to note would be the permits issued and permit fees collected so far in this calendar year. Just a great visual representation of all of the growth and development that we have going on in the city.
Yes, ma'am. And Susan works on commission, right?
She wishes right now.
Is this something you can pull up for the?
I've got a. Let's see if I can-
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Smart Sheets is an amazing app. It's like a living document, right? It's kind of
Yes.
set from the back end. Yeah, total permits. Good grief.
You can see the.
It's four times what it was last year.
Chief Madison, you had a spike in service calls in February.
Yeah, almost 25+%.
What's going on?
I think it was just medical, it was mostly with medical calls, which is typically about 80% of
Okay.
our volume.
Yeah.
We'll watch the trend, see if there's any reason for it. Typically, the spring months with allergies and whatnot, our respiratory emergencies increase, so
Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised, and then for spike in the spring, and then
okay.
kind of trend back down in the summer.
And I guess with our population explosion, we can just expect that to stay that way. Seasonal allergies. I'm gonna call you when I get an allergy attack. You tell me what to do.
I'll squirt you the
We're
fire.
ready.
EpiPen, EpiPen.
I got one of those. It's not
I do
for-
too.
Yeah, it's the food.
Each car.
That look, I think he's got something special planned for you.
I think so too. I'm ready.
I'm waiting for you to ask.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
How's this?
So, yeah, everything's, water sales are actually up. Yeah.
Show sales tax one more time.
I think, is it, do we break it up? Like, oh, total sales tax.
It's just total sales
Yeah.
tax.
Okay.
I mean, it's great. It's going up by an order of magnitude every year. So retail, that's pretty good. It's, we're competing with South Tyler. That's saying a lot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, has the staff ever seen such an increase, or has it been like this all these years, as far as growth and busyness and building and it's
This
pretty
is the most I've seen
pretty
since I've
amazing.
been here.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot. I'm not trying.
Are you trying to say I'm
No,
old?
I'm not. We hired her when she was 12, and she's been here 20-something years, all I'm saying.
You took out that super specific one that told us like all the calls for runaway animals and stuff. I liked that.
Oh, the police one? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't overkill in information. It was a lot, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I think it was just so many different kinds of
It was.
categories, we couldn't show it
I know.
in
It
a
was
great
my, It
way.
was my favorite thing. Sorry.
That's why it will come back.
I'll figure out a way to get it back.
It tells me about our culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
We had, 17 motor vehicle accidents in February. We had 0 when it froze over,
We have because everybody stayed home.
Well, alright. I can see that. Alright, any more input on the reports from staff? Smart sheets are doing awesome.
Yeah.
Good job. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. It's just that one sheet, right? And you scroll through it?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. Alright, any input from council on this?
We'll figure out a way to get that call back on
I
there.
want that so bad.
Okay.
Just email it to me. They don't need it.
I see that we have an item under J for executive session. Are we still moving into executive session for this?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that takes us to item J, executive session. Pursuant to Chapter 551 Texas Government Code, the City Council reserves the right to convene into executive session from time to time as deemed necessary during this meeting. City Council may convene into executive session to discuss any or all of the following topics: pending or contemplating litigation, or to seek the advice of the city attorney pursuant to Section 551.071, possible purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real estate pursuant to Section 551.072, personnel matters pursuant to Section 551.074, economic development negotiations pursuant to Section 551.087, and we're meeting under item number 1, which is pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.087. The council will convene into executive session to discuss the financial incentives for the development for the property at 105-1 Highway 110 North. And will we be meeting in here?
Whatever your preference is, Mayor.
Yeah. I'd rather go
Okay.
next door.
Okay.
So that everybody didn't have to leave and then come back when they come back. So we're going to convene into executive session. Feel free to hang out. We will be coming back to end the meeting afterwards, and we will be taking action on this item. So the time is now 6:31, and we will now convene into executive session.
I started this cybersecurity training today, and then
It was so much fun.
I got through the very first video that's literally the intro. Global, but it's spelled Globele, and it's, you guess the country of the day. So it lights them up on the globe, and the darker red it gets, the closer you are. And let me tell you, there are a lot of countries in Africa.
That's kind of a neat deal.
It's neat. My daughter and I do that one.
That's good.
I love geography. Learn a lot.
I'm just waiting to make sure it comes back up in
Jennifer's
live
husband
stream.
is the Latin word, wordle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's like, you wanna play this one? No.
No!
What's Latin for no?
It's funny.
No?
Oh, just curious, anybody going to the groundbreaking?
Yes.
You are there.
Everybody?
Meeting.
I'm assuming that this is not a high heel situation.
No.
It's, yeah, it might be a hard hat. No?
Duck boots and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost left those in indoor because I hate how.
I think they put some, gravel down or something.
Okay.
You want a pair of
I
mud
think.
machine wear?
I have duck boots. I
You
just
go?
thought I'd never have to wear them again.
So, fun. There, okay, we're good.
All right. The time is now 7:02, and we will reconvene from executive session into regular session. Coming back into session, there are no actionable items coming out of executive session, so that takes us down to item L, which is adjourn. If there's no additional information or topics to add to this meeting, we are adjourned. The time is 7:02, and this meeting is adjourned.
Okay,
High quality meeting.
thank you, staff.
I get to go home and drink my dessert juice.
Oh.
Dessert.